Please, your highness. If I lash her, she will surely die.
So be it. Let's see if her back is as hard as her tongue.
Go ahead, Sir Lawrence. I can take it.
But...
Do it!
What are you waiting for? Have you no stomach for punishment?
The pain was unimaginable, but I had to keep strong. When I became queen, I would remember how resilient and brave I was in the face of evil. I could feel myself on the edge of death, but this time, I refused to be run down.
Beg me for mercy! Hope you've learned your lesson.
I hope you've learned yours. You will never break me.
You've just watched the trailer for Royal Stitches. To enhance your experience, we've included some visuals to set the stage. Now, get ready to dive into an immersive audio journey.
She had held out as long as she could until it was too much, and that's when Ellie fainted. Sir Lawrence looked at Ellie lying unconscious and then up at the prince. "I'll call the witch doctor to tend to her." "You will do no such thing." Sir Lawrence looked worried. "But, Your Highness, we always call the witch doctor after lashings. She could bleed out and die." Prince James didn't look back. "Let her fend for herself." "Your Highness, her father is the advisor to the king. If she dies, he will ask questions. How will we answer?" "She belongs to me. I am punishing her as I see fit. If I have a bad dog that I don't punish, it will continue to misbehave. It's the same here. Now, if the bad dog dies from its punishment, whose fault is it? If she dies from the wounds of her punishment, are we really to blame?" Sir Lawrence nodded obediently. "Drag her back to her room and then let God decide whether she lives or dies." Hours later, Ellie woke up in her own room. She was lying on her belly as the wounds on her back twinged in pain. She heard sobbing and turned her head to find Florence. Florence noticed she was awake and jumped up to wipe her tears. "My lady, look what they've done to you." The pain was so sharp Ellie could barely move, but in spite of the pain she felt strong and powerful. She had refused to apologize. She had stood up to the prince and won. Florence teared up again. "My lady, please don't move. You're bleeding." Ellie got as still as she could. She needed to give herself emergency medicine immediately. Her body ached with pain. She knew she would have to rely on Florence's help. Florence continued to cry and panic. "You'd finally recovered after falling into the pond, only to be beaten like this." Ellie grit her teeth. "Florence, listen to me. What did I tell you before?" Florence gulped back her tears. "You told me we must be brave." "Yes, good. First, I need you to get me some water." Florence squared her shoulders to show she was being brave and then rushed to get Ellie some water. She returned in a few moments with a cup and a jug of water. She brought some over to Ellie's parched mouth. Ellie slurped it as best as she could. Florence was both angry and sad. "How could His Highness treat you like this? You're the princess. I asked Stewardess Maggie to get a witch doctor. She refused. Can you believe it? She said the prince had told everyone not to call a witch doctor. He wants you to die." Ellie grimaced. So that was it. James wanted her to die from her wounds. It made sense to Ellie. This way he wouldn't be directly involved, and he wouldn't get in trouble with her father or the king. Ellie didn't want to give him the satisfaction of her death. But the clock was ticking. Ellie needed to close up her wounds, or else she would bleed out. "Florence, we must close the wounds. You must pack them." "Pack them?" "With cloth." Ellie pulled herself up, but pain flashed through her entire body, shaking her to her core. "Pack them," and then she fainted again.